What's up, motherfucker?
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
That are in those training rooms with him know how good.
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Thursday, March 10th, 2022. Have a big show today. We'll break down the NBA. There's not a very big slate of NBA games today. Then we'll jump right into college basketball. Got a big slate of college basketball games with all the conference tournaments being in full swing. I'm watching IU and Michigan right now. IU's up 71-64 with 2 minutes left in the second half. Duke and Syracuse are tied. Syracuse was leading that game at halftime with Buddy Boeheim suspended. The other Boeheim brothers been going off. That game was tied at 55 a few seconds ago when I looked over there. So we got a lot of games going on. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. Come join us for that as well. You can find both them shows in podcast form: Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, we have a new pro wrestling podcast out, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can find it at Gonzo Wrestling Room on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. If you'd like to watch the video version of GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room, you can find it on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room. And new episodes drop on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern every Sunday as well. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows, including our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, interview announcements, just anything to do with the show goes to our social media. All right, let's jump right into today's slate of games. We'll start in the NBA because there's not very many NBA games. Then we'll jump right into college basketball. Like I said, we have some good games going on in college basketball right now. You have Indiana up 71-69 over Michigan with 44 seconds left. And Indiana needs this win if they want to try to get into the tournament. I mean, both these teams, if they want to get in the tournament, need this win, need to advance in the tournament pretty deep. But I'm a big IU fan, so hopefully they can hold on and win this game. But all right, first game in the NBA we have is the Brooklyn Nets at the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers are 4.5-point favorites at home. They are minus 196 on the money line. The Nets are plus 164 on the money line, Over under for this game is set at 235. Then The Nets are 5 games above 500 on the road. Kyrie Irving went off their last game, having I think 50 or 52. The Nets are 5-1-1 ATS last 7 road games. They will have Irving tonight because this is a road game. Ben Simmons has started practicing with the Sixers, but he still isn't sure when he's going to make his return. The 76ers are coming off a win over the Bulls. Sixers are 3-8 ATS, their last 11 following an ATS win. I like the Philadelphia 76ers in this game at the minus 196. I think James Harden's going to have a big game tonight against his former team. So I'm going to take the 76ers at the minus actually I'm going to take them on the money line at the minus 196. Then we have the Golden State Warriors at the Denver Nuggets. The Warriors are 1.5 point favorites on the road. They're minus 126 on the money line. The Nuggets are plus 108 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 228.5. The Warriors are 44-22 on the season. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games. They are coming off a win. They are 2-5-1 ATS their last 8 road games. And Peyton is going to be out for this game. The Nuggets are 40-26 on the season. They have won 10 of their last 11. This is a second game of a back-to-back for the Nuggets, and they are 4-9 ATS their last 13 home games. I like Denver in this game. I think Golden State's the better team, but without Draymond, Golden State's defense has not been good at all. I'm going to take Denver in the money line here at the plus 108. And then I would lean toward the over the 226.5 in this game as well. All right, that's all the NBA games for tonight. Just only a couple. Let's go ahead and look. Let's take a look over at the NCAA basketball. First, before I start breaking down the games, we'll do a recap of what's going on right now. And you have Indiana's up 71-69 over Michigan with like 5 seconds left in the game. Butler is up 49-45 over Providence with 12 minutes left in the second half. Florida is winning, Texas A&M 55, Florida 43, 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second half in that game. IU's going to the line up by 2 with 9 seconds left. George Mason 46, Fordham 46, 5 minutes left in the second half. Duke is up 62-60 over Syracuse with 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second half. Texas is up 40-24 over TCU with 19 minutes left in the second half. Cincinnati 30, East Carolina 30, 5 minutes left in the first half. Buffalo 9, Akron 8 with 15 minutes left in the first half. All right, that's the games we have going on right now. All right, next game we're going to talk about is Northwestern at Iowa. This game starts at 2 p.m., so it starts here in about just over 15 minutes. Iowa's a 9.5 point favorite at home. They're minus 490 on the money line. Northwestern is plus 365 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 148. Yes, he hit both of them. 9 seconds left. IU's up on Michigan by 4. Get the rebound. Yes, that's going to be ball game. IU's going to get a big win. But Northwestern's 15-15 on the season. They are 2-4 ATS their last 6 games. They are 7-13 straight up their last 20. Iowa has won 4 of their last 5 games. They're 5-1 ATS their last 6 games. They allow 71 points per game, but they average 83 points per game. I like Iowa in this game at the -7.5. It's actually went up to 9.5. Man, 9.5 was a lot of points. That makes me. I think Iowa wins this game. This could be a lot closer to 9.5. Man, this is a game I think I'm going to stay away from. I would lean maybe toward the over the 148. But 9.5 points are just too many points to give up. All right, next game we have is Boston College at Miami. Miami is an 8-point favorite. They're -350 on the money line. Boston College is plus 275 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 137. Indiana defeats Michigan 74-69 to advance in the Big Ten tournament. They need, I'd say, probably a couple more wins to advance to get punch a ticket into the NCAA tournament. Excuse me. All right. Boston College is on a 2-game winning streak. Miami is good offensively. This should be a real good game. I just don't think Boston College has enough offense to stay up with Miami. They have Miami as 8-point favorites in this game, over under at 137. My Boston College is coming off a big win yesterday. I don't know how much energy they'll have left today. I like Miami in this game. 8 points might be a little too much. And I would lean toward the over the 137 in this game. But, oh, man, I think Miami definitely wins the game. I just don't know if I'd feel comfortable giving up 8 points here. I think 8 points is a lot of points to give up, especially in a tournament game. Boston College does have some momentum, but game I'm going to stay away from personally. I think Miami wins, but I think 8 points is just too many points to give up. Next game we have, it starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, is Marquette at Creighton. Marquette's a 3-point favorite. They are -152 on the money line. Creighton is plus 126 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 141.5. Marquette's 19-11 on the season. Excuse me. They average 75 points per game. They are 11-5 straight up their last 16 games. So Marquette's been playing good basketball. Creighton's 20-10. They are 12-7 in conference play. They are 7-2 straight up their last 9. So they've been playing some decent basketball as well. But they are going to be missing their guard, Ryan Minhard, who's out for the rest of the season. Creighton won the matchups during the regular season, real close games. I think Marquette gets the victory this time. I'm going Marquette at the -152 on the money line. All right, next game we have is LaSalle at St. Louis. St. Louis is 11.5-point favorite, -720 on the money line. LaSalle is plus 500 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 138. LaSalle is 11-18 on the season. They've won 3 of their last 5. They are 4-1 ATS their last 5. St. Louis is 21-10 on the season. They have won 3 of their last 5 games. They are 8-3 ATS their last 8-3-1 ATS their last 12. 10-4 straight up their last 14. They allow 68 points per game. They average scoring 77 points per game. I think St. Louis wins this game, but I think it's going to be a closer game than what they have the spread. I think 11.5 points is too much. I'm going to go with LaSalle at the plus 11.5 in this game. Next game is Missouri at LSU. This game starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern as well. LSU's an 11.5-point favorite. They are -780 on the money line. On the money line, over under for this game is set at 133. Missouri is 21-10 on the season. They're 9-9 in conference play, 1-4 straight up their last 5. They average 65 points per game and they allow 71 points per game. LSU is 21-10 on the season, 9-9 in conference play, average 77 points per game. They're 2-3 straight up their last 5, and they allow their opponents 62 points per game. LSU has the better offense and the better defense in this game. I like LSU here at the -11. Then we have Nevada at Boise State. Boise State's a 6.5-point favorite. They're -275 on the money line. Nevada's +220 on the money line. Over/under for this game set at 136.5. I like Boise State here at the -6.5, and I would lean toward the under the 136. All right, next game we have is, excuse me for a second, get back over here to the next page. Next game, Tulsa at Wichita State. Wichita State's a 6-point favorite. They're -260 on the money line. Tulsa is +210 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 132.5. Tulsa's 10-19 on the season. They are 3-7 their last 10 games. Wichita State is 15-12 on the season. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They beat Tulsa by 10 points last week. I like Wichita State here at the -6. And I would lean toward the over the 132.5 in this game. Next game we have is Miami of Ohio at Kent State. Kent State is a 6.5-point favorite. They're -265 on the money line. Miami of Ohio is +215 on the money line. Over/under for this game is at 139.5. Miami of Ohio is 14-17 on the season. They are 2-3 their last 5. They allow 73 points per game, and they are 4-15 ATS their last 19 games. Kent State is 21-9 on the season. They're on a 12-game winning streak. They're 9-1 ATS their last 11. They allow 64 points per game. They average scoring 71 points per game. I like Kent State here at the -6.5. I just don't think Miami of Ohio is going to have enough offense to keep up with Kent State. I see Kent State advancing to the next round of the MAC tournament. All right, next game we have is Montana at Weber State. Weber State's a 4-point favorite. They're -176 on the money line. Montana is +146 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 140.5. Montana has lost 4 of their last 5 games. They are 1-4 ATS their last 5. Weber State has lost 3 of their last 4 games. I like Montana here at the +3.5. I think it's going to be a real close game. Either team could win, but I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 point game, and I think Montana has a good chance of winning this game. And that's up to +4. So actually, it's Montana +4. Next game we have is UNLV at Wyoming. Wyoming is a one-point favorite. They're -115 on the money line. UNLV is -102 on the money line. Over/under for this game is at 135.5. UNLV is 18-13 on the season. They are 3-2 their last 5, 6-2 ATS their last 8. They beat Wyoming 64-57 earlier this season. Wyoming is 24-7, 2-3 their last 5 games, 2-5 ATS their last 7, and they are 15-5 straight up their last 20. I like UNLV here at the minus 102 on the money line. All right, let's look at some other games. All right, Mississippi State at South Carolina. This game starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Mississippi State's a 5-point favorite. They're minus 215 on the money line. South Carolina is plus 176 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 138.5. Mississippi State is 17-14 on the season. They're 8-10 in conference play, 2-3 straight up, 0-5 ATS their last 5 games. They average 71 points per game, and defensively they give up 67 points per game. South Carolina is 18-12 on the season, 9-9 in conference play. They average scoring 72 points per game. Their defense gives up 70 points per game. They are 3-2 straight up and ATS their last 5. I like South Carolina here at the plus 5. All right, next game we have is South Carolina State at Morgan State. Morgan State's a 4.5-point favorite. They are minus 194 on the money line. South Carolina State is plus 160 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 144.5. South Carolina State's on a 3-game losing streak. They've scored 62 points in their last game. Morgan State's on a 4-game winning streak. They average scoring 76 points per game. They are 5-1 ATS their last 5-1 ATS their last 6 games. 9-19 in ATS last 28 games following the ATS win. They beat South Carolina State twice this season. I like Morgan State here at the minus 4.5. This was at minus 3, so if you like Morgan State, I'll jump on it now before the spread gets any larger. All right, next game is Houston Baptist at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is a minus 5.5 is a 5.5-point favorite. They're minus 260 on the money line. Houston Baptist is plus 210 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 143.5. Houston Baptist is 11-17 on the season. They are 7-8 in conference play. Excuse me. They average 73 points per game. They are 2-3 straight up their last 5. Allow 73 points per game. The over-under for this game is set at 144.5. Corpus Christi is 20-11 on the season. They are 7-7 in conference play. 4-1 straight up their last 5. They average 77 points per game. Their defense allows giving up 70 points per game. I think it's going to be a real close game. I think 5.5 is too many points to give up, but I do like the over the 143.5. All right, next game we have is the Ball State Cardinals against Ohio in a MAC tournament game. Ohio is an 8-point favorite in this game. They're minus 345 on the money line. Ball State is plus 270 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 145. Ball State is 14-16 on the season, 3-2 their last 5, 2-4 ATS their last 6 games. They allow 77 points per game. Ohio is 23-8. They've lost 4 of their last 5, 1-4 ATS their last 5 games. They allow 67 points per game. They average 74 points per game. I think it's going to be a good game. Going to be a closer game than what people think. Ball State has gotten healthier. I like Ball State here at +8. I just think 8 points is too many. I think this is going to be a pretty close game. Hopefully Ball State can pull out the victory. But I think they do cover. All right, next game is Virginia Tech at Notre Dame. This game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Virginia Tech's a 1.5 point favorite. They're minus 125 on the money line. Notre Dame is plus 105 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 130.5. Virginia Tech is 3-7-1 ATS their last 11 games. Following an ATS loss. This is the second game of a back-to-back for Virginia Tech. Notre Dame is coming off a win. They average 72 points per game. They're coming in fresh. I like Notre Dame here at the plus 105 on the money line. All right, Quinnipiac at Siena. Quinnipiac is a 1.5 point favorite, minus 125 on the money line. Siena is plus 104 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 137. Quinnipiac is 13-16 on the season. They scored 77 points in the first round tournament game. They're 1-6 straight up their last 7. Last 7. They average 72 points per game. Their defense allows giving up 72 points per game. Siena is 15-13 on the season. They are 2-3 their last 5, 13-7 ATS their last 20 games. They beat Quinnipiac earlier this season, 78-71. They are 13-7 straight up their last 20. The over-under here in this game is at 137. I like the over the 137 in this game. Over the 137 in this game. I'd stay away from a side on this game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do like the over the 137. Next game is St. John's and Villanova. Villanova is a 7-point favorite at home. They are minus 300 on the money line. St. John's is plus 240 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 148.5. St. John's is 17-14 on the season, 5-5 their last 10 games. They average scoring 79 points per game. Villanova is 16-4 on the season. Defensively, they average giving up 63 points per game. They are 8-2 their last 10 games. This is going to be a battle of defense against offense. Should be a fun game. I like Villanova in this game. I just, 5 point or 7 points is too many points to give up. I would go with the under the 148.5 because Villanova is going to try to slow this game down. I'll go with the under 148.5. Portland at Southern Utah. Portland State at Southern Utah. Portland State. Southern Utah is a 5.5 point favorite, minus 235 on the money line. Portland State is plus 190 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 146.5. Portland State is coming off a loss. They finished the season below 500. Southern Utah is on a 2-game win streak. They're 4-1 ATS their last 5. They're better on both sides of the ball. I like Southern Utah here at the -5.5. All right. Next game is Rhode Island at Richmond. Richmond's a 6-point favorite. They're -250 on the money line. Rhode Island is +202 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 135.5. Rhode Island is 15-15 on the season. They won their last game. They're 3-7 3-7 straight up their last 10. 13-16 ATS their last 29 games. Richmond is 19-12 on the season. They are 2-3 their last 5, 6-4 last 10, 14-17 ATS their last 31. They average scoring 72 points per game. I like Richmond to win this game, but I think 6 points is too many points to give up. But I would go the over the 135.5 in this game. All right, Syracuse is up 79-78 over Duke with 3 minutes left in the second half. So Syracuse is hanging tough without Buddy Boeheim. Looked like Duke just got fouled going to the free throw line. So this game's going to come right down to the end. Already got a good man. We've had a good start to some games so far. IU and Michigan was real close. IU ended up getting the win there. Duke and Syracuse was up at halftime. This game's been, and it's been a back and forth game here in the second half. So the conference tournaments aren't disappointing so far. But all right. All right, we got Penn State at Ohio State. Ohio State's a 5-point favorite. They are -215 on the money line. Penn State is +176 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 127.5. This is going to be a pretty good game. I like Ohio State in this game at the -5. I mean, these Big Ten teams beat up on each other all year, so you never know what's going to happen when you get in this Big Ten tournament. But I like Ohio State here at the -5. Next game is Utah State at Colorado State. Colorado State is a 3.5-point favorite. They're -164 on the money line. Utah State is +136 on the money line. Over under for this game is 136.5. Utah State is 18-14 on the season. They are 5-2 ATS their last 7 versus Colorado State. Colorado State is 24-4 on the season. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're 8-1 straight up their last 9. They average scoring 75 points per game. And their defense allows 66 points a game. I like Colorado State here at the -3.5. Next game we have is Washington State at UCLA. UCLA is a 9-point favorite. They are -450 on the money line. Washington State is +340 on the money line. Over-unders at 132.5. Washington State is on a 4-game winning streak. They're strong offensively and good defensively. They average 72 points per game. UCLA is on a 3-game winning streak. They're real good offensively. I like UCLA to win this game. I think 9 points is too many, but I do like the over the 132.5 in this game. Iowa State at Texas Tech. Texas Tech's an 8.5-point favorite, -410 on the money line. Iowa State is +315 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 126.5. Iowa State is 20-11 on the season. They are 3-2 their last 5, and they are 4-2 ATS their last 6 games. Texas Tech is 3-2 their last 5. They're ranked 14th in the nation. They average 72 points per game. They are 14-5 ATS their last 19 games. They're strong defensively. They average allowing 61 points per game. I like Texas Tech here. I think 8.5 is getting almost up there to too many points. But I do like the over the 125.5. All right. Hey. Next game is Niagara at Monmouth. Monmouth is a 2.5 point favorite. They are minus 142 on the money line. Niagara is plus 118 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 128. Niagara is 14-15 on the season. They're 3-2 their last 5. Monmouth is 19-12. They're 1-5 ATS their last 6. They average 70 points per game and allow 68 points per game. I lean toward Monmouth here at the minus 2.5. Then we have Alabama A&M at Florida A&M. Florida A&M is a 2-point favorite. They are minus 132 on the money line. Alabama A&M is plus 110 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 124.5. Alabama A&M is 11-17 on the season, 10-8 in conference play, 4-1 their last 5. They have a good defense. They average scoring 62 points per game, and they allow 62 points per game on the defensive side. Florida A&M is 13-16 on the season, 11-7 in conference play, average 65 points per game. They allow giving up 69 points per game, and they are 3-2 their last 5. I like Florida A&M at the minus 2. All right. Let's get to my picks of the day here real quick before we get out of here for today. Duke defeats Syracuse 88-79. So Duke moves on in the tournament. But Syracuse, especially being shorthanded with having one of their guys out, put on a heck of a show. But all right, my picks for today. Get over back to the front page over here. All right, I like the Philadelphia 76ers money line over the Brooklyn Nets. I like the Denver Nuggets money line over the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. Then in college basketball, I'm taking Marquette money line over Creighton. Wichita State minus 6 over Tulsa. Kent State minus 6.5 over Miami of Ohio. UNLV money line. Ball State plus 8. Notre Dame money line. And Colorado State minus 2. So like Colorado State minus 2. Notre Dame money line, Ball State money line, UNLV money line, Kent State -6.5, Wichita State -6, Marquette money line, Denver Nuggets money line, and the Philadelphia 76ers money line. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I'm working on getting a couple other guys back in here with me again. Hey, things happen. Some and the guys that was doing it had some things come up and they haven't been able to be here. So until they get back, we'll see if we. So if you're interested in talking some sports betting, get a hold of me. I could definitely use somebody, and hopefully the other guys will be back here real soon. All right, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. Also, we are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. Come join us for that. We had a great episode last night. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, and then also on all podcasting platforms. So go check it out. We also have a new pro wrestling podcast out, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can find on the podcast platforms at Gonzo Wrestling Room, on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. If you'd like to watch the video version of Gonzo's Wrestling Room, you can find it on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. While you're on our YouTube page, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit the follow and the like buttons. We greatly appreciate that as well. Share with a friend. Hey, we appreciate all the support that we get. Don't forget, follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about all of our shows, whether it's our daily sports picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show, or it's an interview announcements, or a live pro wrestling show live stream announcement. Just anything to do with the show goes to our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. Check our YouTube page out. Hit that subscribe button. Check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You see some of the t-shirts there behind me. Go on there, get you some GWR, GSR, Easy Money gear today. We greatly appreciate it. Also, I will, here in about a week, I will have some GWR, new GWR shirts on hand. So if you're interested in getting one of the new GWR shirts, get a hold of me and I will get you one. Well, thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget we are live tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope to see you guys in. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.